Joe Dunn were a bobby for football. He gave all his time to this sport. He played for the West Wigan Whippets on days when they turned out one short. He'd been a member of the club for 3 seasons and had grumbled again and again because he found only time that they used him were when it were pouring with rain. He felt as his talents were wasted when each week his job seemed to be not but minding the clothes for the others and chucking clods at referee. So next time selection committee came round to ask for his sub, he told them if they didn't play him, he'd transfer to some other club. Committee they coaxed and they cudgelled him and found he'd have none of their shifts, so they promised to play him next weekend in match against Todman and Swifts. This match were the plum of the season. An annual fixture it stood. It were reckoned as good as a cup tie by them as like plenty of blood. The day of the match dawned in splendour. Beautiful morning it was, with the fog drifting up from the brickfields and the drizzle of rain in the air. The Whippets made Joe their goalkeeper. The Fingers weren't wanted at all, for they knew once battle had started, they'd have no time to mess with the ball. Joe stood by the goalpost and shivered, while the fog round his legs seemed to creep, till feeling neglected and lonely, he leant back and went fast asleep. He dreamt he were playing at Wembley, and roar of a thundering cheer, he were kicking a goal for the Whippets. When he woke up with a clout in his ear, he found 'twere the ball that had struck him, and inside the net there it lay, and as no one had seen this here happen, he punted it back into play. For the first ball he'd punted in anger. His feelings he couldn't restrain. Forgetting he were goalkeeper, he ran out and kicked it again. Then after the ball like a rabbit, he rushed down the field, full of pride. He reckoned if nobody stopped him, then happened he'd score for his side. Halfway down he bumped into his captain, who weren't going to let him go by, but Joe, like Horatio Nelson, put a fist to the captain's blind eye. On he went to the goal, lay before him, then stopping to get himself set. He steadied the ball and then kicked it and landed it right in the net. The fog seemed to lift at that moment and all eyes were turned on the lad. The Whippets seemed kind of dumbfounded, while the Swifts started cheering like mad. 'Twere his own goal he'd kicked the ball through. He'd scored for his foes, against his friends, for he'd slept through the referee's whistle and at half time he hadn't changed anything. Joe were transferred from the West Wigan Whippets to the Todman and Swifts, where him you'll see still minding the clothes for the others and chucking clods at referee.